All right, folks, welcome back to the TING Open Season 4. You're watching the losers match, aka the elimination match of the Korean group. In the top left, I'm surprised he's down here. Gotta be honest, it's Sidestorm Gaming's GuMiho.
And his opponent spawning on the other side of the map. It's classic.
People want to know what matches are left at this point. So we got GuMiho and Classic happening now. One of these players will be eliminated from the tournament. The other will go on to the finals of the group for their last chance to survive. The other side is a Laser versus Solar, a ZVZ, with the loser of that falling to fight against the winner of this series. So 2 best of 5s outside of this one. After this one, 3 in total remain at the time of watching this. Classic, though, is getting it downright Protoss. Right off the bat, pylon comes down, and this is such a fast pylon, you would be a little bit wary of it getting scouted. I mean, this is your pylon. He's going for a gateway. It's not even a Stargate. He's straight up proxying a gateway.
So cheeky. Yeah, okay. Let's see how this goes. You wanted some different games, Riff. I think you got your wish here.
So we got a problem though, right? First off, yes, I did. I'm very happy. But GuMiho is going for a Marine instead of a Reaper. And he's going for a fast command center, and that's what the Marine's going to do, protect this. And he's going for a reactor right afterwards. There's no factory coming out. This proxy gateway is actually going to work out. To some degree, this proxy gateway is going to work out because GuMiho is going to have next to nothing to fight it.
Yeah, that's the rough thing about this. Like, the amount of time it takes to build.
Oh, he starts it.
Not make the thing. Okay, so at least he knows it's here now. But when you only have like a Marine or 2 in the beginning and your bunker's only just started, it's very hard to actually micro against this and keep that stuff alive. He cancels the CC on the low ground straight away and starts building it on the high ground.
He doesn't. He goes for a bunker. But yo, Classic somehow got that same probe back into the main while the depots were down. He throws down 2 pylons. If that mothership core actually gets across the map before these pylons are dealt with, he can bust open that front door easy peasy. And there's just not going to be that many units to be in these bunkers. In fact, the high ground vision provided by the pylons allows the stalker to chip away at this too.
This is such a dirty strategy to deal with. It does so much damage so easily. He's actually got one. He's going to take out 1 pylon. He's got the bunker finished now too. This
is really important. He started that pylon on the low ground. As enticing as those ones at the main were, the mothership core's too slow, too far away. They are going to be dealt with.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much he can do here, I guess. He can get, like, vision for a little bit and get an overcharge. Oh, he's taking down that cyclone, but it's being repaired. Can he finish it? Oh, so close.
Yeah, GuMiho was getting a little bit bold there. His idea of taking out the pylon now means he would have saved his depots and reactors, but now he's just got to kind of take that loss. Bunker set up, though. I mean, I don't think Classic should be able to break in here. GuMiho made all the right responses after seeing what was going on, but he identifies that the top bunker's not being repaired, but it's just 3 stalkers worth of damage. There's really not that much here.
It's not.
GG.
It's too much. GG. Oh man, it was a cool idea from Classic, but GuMiho actually defended that so well. He made it look easy.
Legit, if GuMiho didn't scout with that 1 Marine, this would not have worked out well for him. Like, Classic had a good idea that, granted, did depend on a little bit of no scouting. But okay, second map's gonna be Odyssey. We don't have an intro for this one, so let's just jump right into it. Get all the players invited. Big thank you to who just hit us with a Prime sub. Hardcore RPG. Thank you for joining us here on the Base Trade Brigade with that Twitch Prime sub. Guys, I gotta remind you, of course, as always, once every 30 days, your Prime sub renews fresh and brand new. You can use it on anybody on Twitch. I would hope you would consider using it on us, especially if you like StarCraft 2. There is currently a bug, though. If you're viewing on the beta version of the website, sometimes Prime subs cannot be used before they're done, which is stupid, and it's a bug, and Twitch has talked about it. But yo, if you've got that Prime sub up and available, consider hurrying us up with it. And if nothing else, hit the follow button if you haven't, guys. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it'll help keep you alert to what's going on in the channel.
Do it. It's good for your health, I promise.
Yeah. Of course, a lot of people keep asking about Zeph. We gave her a brief introduction earlier, but for those who have joined us more recently, Zeph is an old-time friend of ours. She's cast on the channel in the past. I actually wish she would cast more, but she's busy with real life, which is understandable. But she also does a lot of stuff for like WCS in Australia. Like, this is not some random hot grill we brought onto the stream, guys. She loves StarCraft, and I respect her so much for that.
Wow, this flattery.
Right? Eat it up while you can, because the second round stream, I'm going to start berating you, right?
I can't wait.
All right, thank you once again to Maxzuga82 for that Prime sub. Looks like somebody did have theirs up and ready, and I thank you kindly for that. But we are in game number 2. Spawning in the bottom right, he took a lot of risk in that first game. We'll see if he repeats it. It's classic.
And in the top left of the great defense last game, this is GuMiho.
Actually, if there was one thing I would criticize Zeph for, it'd be how much she loves snakes. Those things weird me out.
Look, snakes are friends.
I like to just imagine that you were a totally normal person who, just like everybody else, was afraid of snakes. But living in Australia, knowing that there's so many dangerous ones around, you befriended them in hopes of surviving them, thinking they wouldn't attack their friends.
Why would you be afraid of snakes? They literally don't care that you exist unless you mess with them.
I don't like snakes, man. There's no good reason for it. I don't have a definitive reason. I don't think they're slimy, and I don't misunderstand how their scales feel. I've touched them. Just don't like snakes.
But, oh, it's okay. I mean, sure. Like, I guess that's okay.
There's a really popular CSGO streamer I watch named Pterodactyls for the Win, and she's got 2 cats, and she recently got a snake, and I was like, no!
Yes.
But hey, Classic is gonna go for the risky build again. Bit of a proxy outside of his own base.
Remember that time GuMiho scouted it and like totally wrecked it?
Well, actually, I want to join you in joking for this. I don't know that he will scout. What I don't know what he's up to. This might still be a Stargate, but everything that Classic has done at home. Oh, it's a robo. Oh shit. It doesn't look so suspicious. Yes, there's a second pylon missing from the main, but it's because it's with that faster nexus in the pylon and the natural, which to a degree, I almost feel like Classic is faking out. He might use this to try and macro if he does enough damage and blah, blah, blah. But he was hoping GuMiho, I think, would scout this first. And the first thing GuMiho would see is a pylon and a nexus and be satisfied with his scout. But now GuMiho's seen the full brunt of both bases, and there should be some questions raised for him. He didn't see a Twilight Council. He didn't see a Stargate. But granted, he also didn't get behind the mineral lines. Yeah. So there's a bit of risk. There's a lot of risk here for GuMiho to make assumptions at this point.
I mean, he's pretty chill right now. I was kind of hoping he would do like a circle around the map just for the hell of it, because he's usually pretty diligent with that sort of stuff. I mean, that's the whole reason he scouted that proxy in the last game in the first place, because he thought, maybe I should just take a peek down this side of the map. Granted, there are a lot more places on this map where you can hide those proxies, and it's a lot less obvious. So I think this has a much better chance of working out for Classic. This
is so sick. So right now, GuMiho right now, he's thinking Stargate because he saw the gases, he didn't see the extra tech, and he's just guessing Stargate. This is wrong though, because as much as he's preparing for this with a Viking on top of all of this, it's a robo with immortals and gateway units, and he's gonna try and bust on through the ground, and that Widow Mine can only kill 1 unit. This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, it really only tickles these beefy kinds of units as well. And this is one of those builds where you can't react last minute to it, because even when you have, say, 2 bunkers up ready in advance for this, the Immortals chip it down so fast that...
Immortals do not give a flying gosh darn.
It's so hard to hold, so I'm not liking his, I'm not liking his luck here in holding this.
This Twitch username, user65118. Thank you for that tier. Whoa, that's a tier 3 sub. Holy guacamole! I thought this was gonna be another one of the Prime subs coming in, but man, tier 3 is the bomb diggity. Thank you for that, dude.
Damn.
Oh man, he went turrets too. He was ready for DTs. Like, GuMiho was really playing a lot of guesswork and trying to broadly prepare for everything. Unfortunately, though, the one thing he didn't do is build bunkers, which would have helped, and he's starting to do on the high ground now, but man, Classic is getting a lot of damage already out of this attack.
Yeah, this, I mean, the CC is going to be fine, but he's going to retreat to the high ground here. And
oh, Warp Prism picks up the Adepts. Sick micro moves out of Classic by that Viking, which is made, I think, for other purposes. Oh, it doesn't get the Warp Prism. It gets picked off. The Immortals kill the bunker before it even finishes up. GuMiho is trying desperately to get even just a tank out. Stim for the Marines is about to finish, but I don't think it's going to be soon enough. Zeph, this game feels like it's on the border of being over. Oh, he shuts down Stim!
Oh, I mean, that's going to be the
Look at the micro!
Problem, right? It's insane. These units don't have to die at all. He's just going to warp in, pick up, pull back, pick up, pull back. GG. Classic. Oh, so good.
6-range pickup is pretty cool, guys. But all right, that ties it up 1-1 pretty quickly. And that will also send us to a very fast commercial break. So we'll see you guys here in just 2 minutes. We'll get game number 3 set up. We'll see you soon. All right, folks, we're back. A lot of people have been asking what's going on with the other side of the bracket. It is going to be Solar versus a Laser best of 5 coming up next after this series is done. But we had another sub during that break. Sorry that we didn't catch it in time. Electron Hammer, thank you for the 26 months of dedication. It says 6 skins, bro. Kappa. I know, you can totally tell the Immortals and the Stalkers apart. That's my favorite part, is how I identify all them. Okay, we'll make fun of the skins later, guys. In the bottom left, we have the blue Protoss. Just tied things up 1-1. It's classic.
And in the top right, in the red trunks, this is GuMiho.
And a quick reminder, this is the elimination series of the group. Now, it's still a best of 5, so nobody's on their last life just yet. But the player who loses here is completely out of the TING Open Season 4. Here's the cool news, though, for those who get out of group. Not only do you move on to the round of 16, TING is paying out prize money all the way to the round of 16. So even if nobody were to put a single cent into that matcherino, I think 16th place is $40 or something. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Well, any money's good money for playing some games in a tournament. So that's really awesome support from TING.
Plus, we get to bump up that prize pool a lot potentially. Again, if like people want to try out TING's services, they buy that $5 SIM card through the Matcherino page. I don't remember the exact number, guys. TING told us if 30 or 35 of those SIM cards sell, they're going to add $1,000 to the prize pool on top of whatever money the SIM cards made. So like, this season really has the potential to be worth way more than any of the previous seasons.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. They should expand the services to Australia, man.
Dude, I wish they expanded their services to Canada. They have an office in Canada. It's so frustrating.
Nice. I wouldn't mind, actually, so I can have like an American sim when I visit.
Well, that's what's actually good about it. So before I sucked it up and I got a T-Mobile phone, which God forgive me for talking about on stream, I used TING all the time when I was going to the States, and I would just swap out my SIM card. And it was like so convenient. So like honestly, if you guys are a traveler, you're coming to the States, even if it's just a week, like you're probably paying at least $7 to $10 at least a day on roaming charges. At least that's what I was doing before, Canada to US. It was way cheaper just to use a SIM card from TING. Use the $25 code from bttv.ting.com. Literally a free week in the States. It was great. I know that while she's not here right now, ZombieRub still uses TING, by the way. So this isn't like, again, we're shilling for nothing. We actually use their services. But anyways, that's still shilling. We'll do that later. Because GuMiho, going for a very important scout right now, gets to the main. And unlike last game, there is some sneakiness, but it's not out of the base. And this is such a big problem. I actually think this is the sickest follow-up at a Classic if it doesn't get scouted. I mean, the one Oracle is not that scary. It's the second Stargate that's so scary. So to explain why I think this is so devastating, GuMiho did not know what was going on last game and tried to prepare for everything. He did a shotgun of defensive things. Widow Mines, Viking, no bunker, obviously. But this time around, he'll prepare for one Oracle, which is totally fine. You get the Cyclone, you get the Viking, you get a Widow Mine even, you're good to go. He might not be ready for the fact that there's going to be a lot of Oracles or even a lot of Phoenix that come out of this.
Yeah, it's kind of a random thing, and this can be pretty deadly too. Like, I've seen this kill Stim, for example, and then the Terran just has a really bad day because it puts you so behind. You have no real aggressive capability, and you have a number of options. Like, you can even take out Marines, and then it's like, oh well, nothing shoots up. Cyclones are cool, but you know, have enough air units on the Protoss side, and that doesn't count either. So, I guess we'll see how this pans out. I mean, GuMiho is still kind of blind to what's going on, I think. So, yeah, I don't know. It could potentially be a fairly quick game for Classic if GuMiho is totally caught with his pants down.
The fact that he's bulking this at home, that he's not showing it. I mean, there's a rare, small Pepe of a chance that GuMiho scans and sees this before it's coming, but that's so unlikely. And Classic's probably not even worried about it. GuMiho, by the way, is building a bunker, a tank. He's getting the appropriate stuff to deal with a Classic follow-up push to a Stargate opener. He's not getting what it's going to take to deal with a lot of oracles. No missile turret, excuse me, first missile turret coming down now. But still, just generally speaking, this is going to be disgusting. I don't know that this is going to work, by the way. Honestly, Classic's taking a huge risk with this. If GuMiho has like 2 Widow Mines set up and like a decent amount of Marines, I don't think this ever works. So Classic has put a lot of risk on the line for this. But if it works, it's going to work really disgustingly well. Scan goes to the natural. Oh, I tell you what, Classic's heart's beating right now. Like, please don't scan this. Please don't scan this.
Well, even if he does scan it, he kind of has to go. He's got to go soon, surely. Because, yeah, like, it does have a chance to fail, right? But with this many air units...
Oh, if GuMiho's moving out, oh, this could be so perfect. Because here's the thing, right? Like, Classic either kills the army and then counters, or he just goes in and there's nothing at home to defend but an empty bunker and a turret.
Yeah, you could do either, to be honest.
I love this. He's scouting with the one Oracle too to make sure that his path will be safe. He's heading northwards. He's about to catch the army, maybe? Nope, stops a little bit shy. There's that revelation. Ugh. Okay, how many Oracles we at? 9. Oh god.
Oh, here we go. LOL.
You know what the worst part about this is? The Marines were shooting that Phoenix first. It took the damage to the Oracles didn't. And now that Phoenix is chasing down the medevac, if he wants to follow this, he could easily slaughter whatever gets dragged and dropped out of this.
That's so rough. Yeah, he can follow this around. I mean, back at home we see missile turrets going up, so it is giving him some time to prepare. But at the same time, this is still a ridiculous amount of Oracles, right? He can still jump in there and do a lot of damage.
I think this is the most brilliant response I've seen to something like this. A Ghost Academy quick. It sounds so silly, guys, but if you EMP the Oracles, not only do you remove the shields, making them easier to kill, you remove their ability to attack. Take away the energy, maybe it's not a problem. But those ghosts are a long ways out, and Classic's transition you to a fleet beacon behind this. You disgusting, glorious bastard.
Here we go. He's going to zap down some more Marines here in the natural. Bunker's going to help out a fair bit, but a lot of these SCVs are a little bit naked as well. They can probably, yeah, target down these...
Oh, get the combat shields? Oh, it gets the combat shields. That Phoenix, once again, it buys so much time and health for the Oracles just by soaking some of the hits. The Vikings take their shots. While this goes on, though, a single siege tank and another siege tank. What? Yeah, this can see. You can just pull the probes into this. This shouldn't be a problem to deal with. This is the weirdest drop. I don't even know what to make about this. Zeph?
Well, he did kill 7 workers, so it's better than nothing. He can't actually kill the medevac right now, I don't think, either, so... Funnily enough, this is actually doing a fair bit of damage.
It's like, is this brilliant? Is this mad genius, or was this lucky?
Now that it's a Phoenix, that complicates things.
Okay, well, we got some badass looking carrier skins in the production tab. So we got carriers coming out next. GuMiho's still pushing out those ghosts. And this could still work out okay. I mean, the mothership looks so cool in the production tab too, jeez. But as you say, no matter what Classic goes for here, GuMiho was preparing for more air. So Marines, obviously, he had a pretty high Viking count. I'm not sure what actually, where are they? To 4. I think you land an EMP on anything, it's going to be good. You land an EMP on the energy base units, great. You land an EMP on the carrier, suddenly it's easier to kill. This ghost production is actually kind of a big deal right now.
Yeah, it'll be useful for sure. I kind of worry that he's not going to have enough damage output to deal with this air army, because carriers, they reach that point where it's like you should just leave the game because there's no hope for you.
That was a big scan, by the way. He saw the mothership, so he's confirmed that that's going to be coming out.
Yeah, he could probably put 2 and 2 together there, if he hasn't already, too, and go, Mothership, really? You're probably still committed to air. I haven't seen anything else in terms of gas investment, so...
So, my worry in the game, though, is this is just like, in my opinion, fighting Zerg, where it's not necessarily carriers that win the game, and they can, don't get me wrong. It's usually the Templar with storms beneath the carriers that win the games. But with so many oracles out, they might serve as that same caster style unit. I don't know. There's gonna be some stasis traps, catch the Marines. Obviously Revelation, gonna keep an eye on everything that's going on here.
Man, that mothership looks so effing cool.
So do the carriers, man. They got these like giant blades on the side.
Yeah, it's way better than the original carrier skin. Oh, one overcharge has gone off. So GuMiho kind of repositions here.
There's
gonna sit on the ledge or something.
There's another benefit to the Ghost, by the way. EMP reveals cloaked units. Something that detection normally through scans isn't an issue, but if you land the EMP, you won't need to scan.
True, yeah. Actually, that's the point. So he's trying to find an angle of attack here. It's kind of sticky because that Protoss army is never fun to engage. I think he has a decent amount of firepower here. He's got mines coming in now with Ghosts.
Oh, I don't know. Mines against interceptors tend to hurt the Terran more than the Protoss.
Yeah, it kind of depends if you can get out of the way in time, right? We'll see. He's taking out these pylons. Oh, that stasis wasn't too bad. There's so many more left too. It makes it so hard to push in here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to use that to trigger the fight or not, but again, Widow Mines, they're more likely to splash Terran Marines and kill some even here in this instance. He chases GuMiho back, but Classic is supply blocked with those pylons going down.
Yeah, he sure is. One
There's some EMPs.
Goes down. Yeah, he's stimming to win, but guess what? Carries pretty good.
Well, so he gets most of the oracles, but yeah, the carriers are still carrying through. No surprise. Widow Mine's gonna plant down 2. Revelation to reveal them, not a problem. And Classic takes a hell of a fight. Oh no! It's okay. There's some minor problems letting those 2 Widow Mines go off. If those had target fired anything else, it may not have been so bad, but the mothership can take a hit.
Yeah, well, he's still whopping in some stuff here. Like, the juiciest units of that army didn't die, so that's the important thing. And he's still making carriers 3 at a time. He's getting +2 air weapons and stuff. He's still looking really good. I wonder if these oracles can actually get, like, a round 2 of decent damage in. A lot of them very bruised. Oh, he spots that. So good.
By the way, cool statistic. If we have any English-speaking Koreans tuning in, this is the first broadcast we've ever done on BaseTradeTV, like in the history of BaseTradeTV, where South Korea has had more viewers tuning in than the United States. So give yourselves a pat on the back, guys. That's cool to see.
Yeah, we broke 4K viewers as well, so thank you so much for tuning in, folks. Really appreciate it.
I think a lot of people were tuning in. Just like the foreigner element, I think added a lot to the group. A laser coming in the way he did, especially with the games he played, made this a very, very exciting group. But anyways, as Poke Bunny in chat says, the viewership is not so glad to see it. StarCraft a live game. Oh, another EMP lands. He's really trying to make sure that it hits the oracles above all else. But the oracles I don't think are that big of a priority anymore. And in fact, I just don't know that GuMiho can stop Classic. I think this is a little bit too A-move territory.
It is. Like, you reach a certain number of carriers where you just can't deal with it. Like, what does Terran make right now? What position does he get into?
The fetal position.
That's exactly it.
He gets into the fetal position and he makes tears, Zeph. That's what he does.
Yeah. Lie down, try not to cry, cry a lot. Like, that's basically his only options left in this game. He's going to try this drop. And this will get a couple of structures and maybe a few probes, but it's not going to do the game-ending damage that's being done to him at home. That army of the Protoss is almost in his main base.
This is like that mission from the Wings of Liberty campaign where you gotta like, exterminate the Terran because like they're infested with the Zerg. GuMiho's the Terran in this case. No Jim Raynor to fall in love with the scientist and save him, unfortunately. That's a loud Widow Mine shot too. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, Classic's banking like 3.7k minerals, 2k gas. GuMiho is out of the game. There's no doubt about it at this point. But my question for this is, what's going to happen in the next one? Because everything that's happened so far today has gone to game 5. I don't know. GuMiho might bring this back and give us another one.
Yeah. I think he can, but we'll wait and see. I feel really bad right now watching these carriers close in on him. Like, he's stimming real hard to win, and he's actually getting a lot closer in on this army than I expected, but so much progress.
Good game. A hell of a last fight out of GuMiho. No doubt about it. But I was going to mention, dude, that mothership, I was kind of starting counting after a while. That thing took like 5 separate widow mine shots throughout the course of that game. Like, she just kept floating over the widow mines and not caring because she had so much health and so many shields.
Yep. Mothership don't care. She got places to be.
All right, so the 4th map is going to be Ascension to Iire. So we got the Wubs queued up for this one. Again, just so everybody knows, a laser versus solar in the winners match is the game that will be played out after this. They are not currently playing. They'll play out after this, and we'll cast that. And it'll be like the weirdest ZVZ because you just don't really have ZVZ on Korea all that often. Which, by the way, is one of a laser's like better matchups. So
oh, he's so good at ZVZ.
I'm super stoked to see who takes that.
Yeah.
We got Zeph in the game here with me. Ascension Iire is the map as stated. As soon as players give us the ready, we're going to get into it. And again, for those who are wondering where Zombie Grub is, she'll be casting tonight, the North American group. We split up the work here, so it wouldn't be too tough on either of us to stay up all day for both casts. So 5 p.m. Pacific, she'll be back with Masa, Neeb, Puck, and game time. GuMiho ready? Oops, all caps. Forgive me. But for us, yeah, this has been a really fun cast. Thank you again for joining me for this so far, Zeph. Again, if you guys haven't already, hit that follow button on the channel. Doesn't cost you anything but 2 seconds of your time. And again, big thank you to those who have subbed today, especially user 51182, I think. Hang on, how close was I? Ah, 65118. Damn it. Thank you for that tier 3 sub earlier. I'm still very happy about that. But okay, GuMiho says he's ready. Let's get into it. See you guys here in game. Welcome back to game number 4 and possibly the last game of the series. He is officially on match point in the top left, fighting for his life here in the Elimination series. It's GuMiho.
And his opponent in the bottom right here in the red, it is Classic.
Classic is someone I expected to do well in the group. What I did not expect was for GuMiho to be the one in danger of being out first.
Right? I looked at the group before we started and I was like, yeah, I reckon GuMiho, he'll be in the winners final or whatever, you know.
I mean, even when Beyond was here, I still didn't think like he was in all that much danger. When I replaced him with a laser, I'm like, you know, a laser's pretty good, but is he gonna be that good? And turns out he was. I don't think I have any like less respect for GuMiho if he loses here. This was a hell of a group. The Korean groups are super stacked. Again, if you guys haven't seen the other one, it's got like innovation and stats right off the bat. Like, there's a lot of good players competing in the TING Season 4. And I just couldn't be more stoked for it either. Because I think it's the first one Innovation's actually competing in. But it's Hero, Alive, Stats, and Innovation in the other group. Actually, this is great, though. This means guaranteed one Zerg player is going to move on to the round of 16, which would otherwise be Zergless because of the other Korean group being just Terran and Protoss.
This is such a sick group. I mean, like, our first series of the night, if you're just joining us, actually lasted, like, almost 2 hours. So,
yeah, the lone best of 5. Again, I'm not going to complain. I got a good friend to watch StarCraft with. We got a lot of people tuning in. I'm having a good time, and hope you guys are too. Stargate, though, is going to be in the corner of the base. It's not cheesy, but it's still cheeky. Just like the way he hides his buildings or positions his buildings, however you want to phrase this for the bias. I really like what Classic does.
Oh, man, I feel like if Classic makes Stargate every game, he may just like top this group. This is working out really well for him. It's like he can do like a different flavor of Stargate every time and sort of end up with the same sort of strat. Like this time we've got, look at that, Twilight Council coming out.
I'm still hesitant I've seen him do the cancel already, man. He plays those mind games, and that Reaper didn't die. I don't think it's bad to commit to Twilight Council tech. I think Resonating Glaives, Blink, these things will always serve you well. But I am curious, like, when he did the cancel before, was that cause and effect of it being scouted, or was that something he had planned the whole time? Because Classic, as much as like it'd be easy to label him as some dumb cheeser, he's actually a mad genius, and he's brilliant at the way he handles the game. I think Classic's also the guy we give most credit to when it comes to Oracle control. Like, you can say what you like about him being a good versus bad, top tier versus second top tier, whatever. But Classic and his floating oracles gliding around the map are better controlled than most other players.
Yeah, I enjoy Classic for that reason. Like, maybe he does some dirty builds, to put it lightly, but he does them so well. His execution is generally quite well done. So can't hate on that, man.
So curious for you on this one. What's worse, a dirty build or a cheesy build? Obviously a dirty, cheesy build is the worst, but... Yeah,
cheesy. Like, it's just the rage that fills you when you get straight out cannon rushed, or like, you know, something really outright cheese. It's just way more frustrating than something like this.
Well, this isn't cheese, but this is slow warp-ins. I mean, the gateway's gonna help speed this up. But anyways, Resonating Glaives completing... I mean, they're still gonna take 3 shots to kill an SCV. My favorite was back in the day, you see some players throw in a fast forge and get that +1, and the adepts could 2-shot Marines without combat shields. They could 2-shot the SCVs again. But 3 shots makes this really annoying to deal with. Also, Oracle's gonna come in here and see there is a turret. GuMiho's got really good production, though. I don't think these adepts are gonna cut it.
If he has the tanks, like one in the natural, one in the main, maybe it helps cover your mineral lines a lot more easily than if you were just trying to run around with a group of Marines defending against this, because that's really what happens, right? Like, they do a lot of damage and they move really fast, and you kind of have to bounce between your own bases back and forth. So now that gateway's finished, he can warp in super fast. He's already got a bunch of adepts out here. Let's see what he can do with this force, because
ooh, he's even gonna see the Widow Mine. Don't Widow mind if I do.
Oh, gets taken out, and he just dives.
Oh, dead zone of the tanks. Both tanks focused down immediately. Forget the dynamic of adepts versus Marines. Taking out those tanks is huge. 7 more adepts warped in right away. The Oracle does go down, which is a little unfortunate, because that was going to give some nice scouting and revelations as things go on, but that's so many adepts going to transfer right on top of this. They're going to be right on top of those Marines, and they won't care whether it's SCVs, Vikings, or Marines. They're looking for the slaughter. Widow Mine actually gets a really good hit on the south side for this, but I still can't quite tell if this is going to be enough. It killed 6 SCVs. But at the same time, Classic is on 2 bases himself, so this wasn't like some 1 base all in. Let's go for round 2 of the adepts. If this kills more than Marines, then it's over. But with the bunker up and medevacs out, I think GuMiho should be good to hold. So now the question is, what does Classic do next? Because transitioning out of this is difficult. He's got no tech really going for him. He doesn't have upgrades. He doesn't have a 3rd base. So what's he gonna do? Double down.
Yep. It's GuMiho has a fairly good setup at the front here. Like, bypassing that would be trouble, but
if GuMiho gets the wall, then it's over. Yeah,
like the more time he gets, the better it is, right? Because he can sort of isolate his opportunity to get through here.
There's no mothership core. If these Vikings just land behind the mineral lines, they'll wreck probes.
We may be just about to see that.
Probes are unfortunately mechanical units, guys, and if you don't know, Vikings have that bonus damage. I think it's 20 a shot to probes, 2 shots to kill them. Oh my god.
Oh my god. He's actually gonna kill so many of these.
Meanwhile, tackles on the other side.
Coming in. Oh man, yeah, this is just too much fire. He had to target down the bunker, and that's it. GG. GuMiho.
Another game 5.
We are spoiled tonight.
Hash brown blessed. All right, guys. Quick commercial break of 2 minutes. We'll get back for the final game of the series when we return. All right, folks, welcome back. If you're just joining us on the broadcast, it is tied up 2-2, and this is the Elimination Series, the losers match. A lot rides on even getting a chance to move on to the round of 16, depending on who wins this particular game. Spawning in the lower left, we have the blue Protoss Classic.
And in the top right, the red Terran, GuMiho.
This could go either way for me. I don't have a favorite horse in this race. I'm obviously cheering a little bit more for GuMiho because we see him more often on the channel, but Classic, between his first series today and this series versus GuMiho, has put on a hell of an entertaining show and looks like he's not done yet.
He likes the proxies today.
There's a weird graphical glitch there. I don't know what that was, but it's gone now. But yeah, for it to be this early, it's got to be the Gateway one again, I would imagine. Yeah. And I am wondering, like, that did come kind of close to breaking GuMiho. Not enough for me to be like, yes, that was definitively the right choice. He should do it again. But the positioning makes no sense. So I guess it's not a Gateway this time, but Robo, as he's waiting for the Cybercore to finish up.
Yeah.
Maybe even a Stargate. Okay. But the point is, like, this is really weirdly positioned for a Gateway.
Yeah, no, it is Robo. I like this spot though because it's between a whole bunch of nothing. Like, it's between rocks and two dividers that you can't cross. So it's not a normal scout path. Now, as I say that, this Reaper could potentially go past it if he,
there's no ledges here for this. And he's not queued it over to like go back. This is actually a brilliant double Robo build. Oh
my god!
In a perfect spot for it.
I have not seen a double Robo in so long.
Oh man, he's even got the Adept at home to catch the Reaper. Oh, this map, this is so sick for it too, because if he deals with the Reaper and the Reaper doesn't confirm the natural base over here, then he gets away with a scot-free. GuMiho going for SCV or for probe kills might be a little bit greedy. He needs to see there's no natural base. Okay, now the question is, what's it gonna be? Could be anything, but he knows it's not an expansion, and that's what matters the most right now.
Yeah, so that's really good intel to have. Now he can probably do that loop around the map and try and figure out where the hell the stuff that should be there is. Because this is that one spot where nothing logically past there. You only go there if you're looking for it and being super safe or something. So, but you know, even if he scouts it, like, he still doesn't know what this actually is.
Hasn't found it.
And two immortals are gonna be out already by the time he finds it.
I love this. Tearing down the rocks too for easy access. He's gonna have Warp Gate too and a Warp Prism, but there's not that many gateways, so this Warp Prism to me just stands out as a real good micro mechanism. That Reaper's still looking desperately, by the way. He has no idea. This is such a sick spot. If you're a Protoss player, go to the ladder right now and enjoy your free wins doing this. Like, holy crap. This is gross.
Yeah. This is stuff nightmares are made of, man. Especially as a Terran, like, this is so much firepower. Plus, if you get those pylons up, ugh.
This is gonna be the first he's seeing of it. He hasn't even seen it yet. Doesn't even reveal it. Probe goes in to see what the defense looks like, and he's gonna wait for the Warp Prism instead. Okay, now he's gonna find out about the Immortals. Oh my god. There's a Widow Mine, which is gonna be maybe a bit of a problem, but the Immortals can take a hit. He can actually juke this out if he does it perfectly. Just scoop it up. Yeah, scoops it up. Takes a bit of splash damage. Not a problem. Oh my god. He's gonna kill the tech lab. No more tanks, just the one. Kill the reactor. Production for Marines cut in half immediately.
It's gonna be so hard to take this out. He's got SCVs coming off the line. He's still using the Warp Prism to micro. That Liberator will complicate things a little bit, but it does have to set up in order to be useful. So we've got a couple of Stalkers probably coming in with the next warp-ins to try and help out with this. But yeah, he's looking for the next place to drop, and this time he's gonna go into the natural.
Yeah, the beauty of the Warp Prism is very mobile, can kind of skirt around the outsides of those Liberators and those Marines. All the meanwhile, he's only got one Stalker to shoot up. He really doesn't have means to deal with that Liberator. That's going to be the biggest problem for him here.
Oh, a second Warp Prism. That's
when one's not good enough.
Well, he needs to, because he can't, at this point, he can't really attack in a single spot. Because GuMiho is too prepared, right? It's easy for him to shift around and just follow one group of units, but if you've got a couple of things happening at once, maybe he has to pick off that tank, or maybe he gets in the mineral line. If
the double Robos didn't make this crystal clear, guys, this is so all in out of Classic. all GuMiho has to do is deflect this, and he wins just by having a natural base.
Yeah.
But this is going to come so down to, like, he's going to probably have to pull SCVs too. These are like 6 Immortals coming up to the high ground. They've got barriers galore. They got Micro from the Warp Prism, but the tank's dealing so much damage. And that Liberator sets up with only 2 Stalkers to shoot it. Oh, it's not working. It's not good. GG!
GuMiho. Oh my god. Our Terran survives.
But he still has to play one more best of 5 to get out of the group, guys. And it's been a hell of a show so far, but we got 2 best of 5s remaining. We got a Laser versus Solar coming up next. And then, of course, GuMiho versus the loser of that series.
It's happening.
All right, well,
I'm hyped for ZVZ, man.
I'm really sad to see Classic go. I really wish I could extend him a proper thank you for playing, but really, honestly, just a blanket thank you to Classic for competing. He put on some great games today.
Absolutely.
But all right, so this means a Laser versus Solar best of 5 ZVZ for the winner of the group to go through to the round of 16. We're going to find out, but not before we watch a couple commercials from our sponsors. So guys, sit tight. I'll give a couple words from Ting. Not before thanking that Twitch Prime sub, giving us that groovy dance music. Thank you, the Spam 54. We also had Ryan 8 Ross earlier too. We missed that. Zash Ketchum. Thank you guys for hitting us up with that Prime sub. That generosity, I appreciate it. Of course, if you guys don't know about Amazon Prime, you already have Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can go to twitchprime.com to learn how to sync them up. And once a month, you get free games, free gift codes, and most importantly, the ability to sub to somebody's channel for free. Did you guys do vetoes yet? All right, we'll get the Ting ads out of the way, though, guys. We'll see you here in a bit with the winners match when we get back.